imagine how physically punishing it was for Tom to be on the wing. The wind distorts your vision. It's almost impossible to breathe.
It's no secret that Tom Cruise has had an extensive history with stunts over the course of his career.
How do we involve the audience? I just want to give them that thrill.
That means the camera has to be in front of Tom and as close to him as possible.
Feels like you're going over the camera.
Yes.
It's very cool.
You train and drill every little aspect over and over and over and over again.
For some of those stunts, though, he has also had his fair share with injuries because of all the elaborate stunts he's tried to pull off. Today we wanted to share what he has had to do in order to perform all of the crazy stunts he's done in his film career and how some of them left him with an injury.
To shoot it practically was extremely challenging. Not just to execute, but also to design all the different train cars. And it could actually function on a working railroad track. No one else in the world is doing this level of practical filmmaking, and it may never be done again.
But before we get into more of these moments, today's trivia question: what film was technically Cruise's breakout role? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around till the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct. For 2011's Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, he hung off the side of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, and in 2022's Top Gun Maverick, he flew his own P-51 Mustang for Maverick's sky-high date with Jennifer Connelly's character, Penny.
Tom is like, "So Jen, you ever been up in a P-51? I was like, "No, Tom, I haven't."
Start.
He went out on the tarmac, he started the engine of the plane and flames burst out of it. I'm like, is this normal?
Cruise's fans are naturally curious about why he throws himself into these potentially dangerous situations when he could just let the professional stunt guys do it. But Cruise himself seems baffled as to why people don't understand his danger-seeking behavior. During the Top Gun Maverick premiere, he recalled one of his earliest stunts he tried to pull off as a little boy. He explained one time he tied a sheet to himself, mimicking a parachute, and jumped off the roof of his house.
Why did Tom Cruise become an actor? I just love movies and I wanted to make movies. And I remember as a kid I used to create characters and write skits, and I always kind of did outrageous physical stunts also.
You can only imagine what it would like to have been your mother. I mean, just look out the window while you're doing the dishes and there's your 7-year-old son like trying a stunt.
Reflecting on how his stuntman skills have improved over time, the Mission Impossible star added, "Now here I am on a movie set. But I was the kid who would climb to the rafters or climb the tallest tree. I wanted that. I wanted to do that." As for why he performs his own stunts, the actor quipped, "No one asked Gene Kelly, why do you dance? Why do you do your dancing? Why do you do your own singing? If I do a musical, I want to sing and I want to dance, and I want to see how I can do it."
I want to mention we are currently doing a giveaway. Share what you were most excited for with this project, and the best comment will win a $25 Fandango gift card where you can purchase a full movie with added bonus features. Comment down below and one winner will be chosen.
3, 2, 1. You can't imagine how physically punishing it was for Tom to be on the wing. the wind distorts your vision. It's almost impossible to breathe.
Of course, we know Tom Cruise has had more than several times. He got seriously injured or almost died on set while trying to perform a stunt. 15 times, I should add.
On camera doing aerobatics just a few feet from each other. It's pretty wild.
Throughout the entire sequence, they all have to maintain visual contact. And then there's Tom, he's the pilot, he's acting, and he's the camera operator.
We're rolling and ready when you are, Tom.
Copy that.
Just to name a few, while filming for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Cruise had to scale Dubai's tallest tower at 130 stories with one suction cup and of course a piano wire string attached behind the scenes. While filming, because of the winds, he was smashed on the side of the skyscraper at one point. For Mission Impossible Fallout, Ethan Hunt hangs from a flying helicopter. He loses his grip and falls several feet, but he manages to seize a netting freight load hanging from the helicopter. Cruise had to reshoot the scene 5 times even though each impact knocked the wind out of him.
The scariest part was the 360 downward spiral.
Okay, so let's climb up and I'll dive down.
Most pilots wouldn't attempt this.
The corkscrew turn is very challenging for a pilot.
I'm gonna brake to the left.
It takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice.
We're good, we're rolling.
You make a mistake, somebody's going to die from it.
In his older days, in 1990, for Days of Thunder, the instructor told Cruise about the race cars and how they were designed specifically to turn left. Then Cruise decided to try and turn right and crashed the car, destroying one of the filmmaker's cameras.
It's not as good off-road as it is on the track.
The impressive thing was he went off the track, but just remarkable. He had the presence of mind to keep the car running, the engine running, and he got back on track and drove it back to the pits.
I was just really getting the feel for this.
Yeah, no, you could see it.
A little bit. I was like, all right.
Nobody can forget about the heartbreaking scene in which Maverick's co-pilot and best buddy Goose is killed after ejecting from the plane and slams his head into the canopy. Maverick jumps into the water and drags Goose's lifeless body. One of the actors revealed, luckily one of the frogmen in the chopper saw Cruise's chute ballooning out. He jumped in and cut Cruise loose right before he sank.
Most of the work that's done in the film is done in camera and is practical, but there was literally no way for us to shoot that sequence in a real environment. And so we animated the entire sequence. It's called a previs.
We used the previs to help understand the sections that we can film Tom underwater in.
Aside from one of his last appearances from the Mission Impossible films, his next upcoming project is an untitled film already scheduled for release in late 2026.
Svalbard is it's breathtakingly beautiful. What an absolutely remarkable place to be able to film. It is a unique experience.
If you want to shoot the ice cap, you're going when the temperatures are absolutely their most extreme. And of course, the Arctic hit us right in the face.
And as far as the answer to our trivia question, there were a couple of films under his belt that helped him get his foot in the door for the film industry. But the one that stood out first was Risky Business in 1983. But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What do you think about all these moments? Which one was your favorite, and what was your favorite stunt you've seen him do?
So you hear 1, 2, and on 2, the tank behind me blew out, and then 3. So it took everything in my power to stay there for 3.
It was an epic thing, and Tom's timing had to be perfection.
I was nervous.
Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this.
So tip down a little bit, don't tip up too much. Keep his feet in there.
His feet are in the
eye mics. Yeah.
That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
He might have done a 1.5 minute long take, but what you really had to appreciate is that he has to hold his breath wait for everyone to get into position, wait for all the bubbles to clear, wait for the cameras to roll. Then he does a long take.